Hey guys.
Hey, Coach.
He's here, Coach Mike Rhoades. Coach will statement about tonight's game, and then we'll open it up.
Just really proud of our guys. You know, the last few days, last 2 weeks were some tough outings, and I thought we got better in practice. I thought guys really had some days of reflection after the last 2 games. Like, we got to get better. We got to do things better, and I'm just really proud of the guys, the response. And today it was an army. We had a lot of guys contribute in so many ways. I thought our energy on the defensive side of the ball was tremendous for most of the game, almost all of the game, and our press really helped us. But then the second half-court defense was huge. So we still got to shoot the ball better. You've heard me say that before, but just really, I really liked how we shared the ball today. I thought the ball was hot. We got downhill a bunch, and then of course IV hit some, and DJ hit some, and we had some great offensive possessions throughout the second half.
How much you thought the defense, especially early in the second half, kind of sparked you guys, and you guys were kind of going out, running 16-0 run to start the half?
Yeah, it was. We had a couple steals, but it was just half court, sit down, and guard, and it looked like the court was smaller at that end because our guys were shrinking the court and helping each other, and we got through screens. I thought their talk was very good. They set a lot of back screens and screener actions, multiple actions, and with multiple actions you got to have multiple efforts. And I thought our multiple effort category was very high today. So just really proud of the defensive attention and the carryover, as we always say. We could have the greatest scout report in the world, but if you don't have carryover on the court, a game time doesn't matter. Our guys had great carryover. I thought that was huge in the second half.
The communication defensively, Coach, how much was that emphasized at halftime for you guys?
I mean, all week, really. You know, we talk about it. If you don't talk, you run. It's an easy decision then. And, you know, our guys, they're getting better and better at it. Our younger guys with experience, you talk more when you know more. And we always talk what you see. Say what you see. And then as you start getting more experience and a better feel out there because you know our rules and what we want to do, you talk a little bit more because you're anticipating stuff. You're helping your teammate who's next to you. And I thought that it was a good start in the first half, but then the second half, we really revved it up. Really proud of our guys.
They seemed to struggle when Haynes Jones was out of the game. So in a related stat was Marcus drawing 5 fouls. How underrated is his ability to get other teams' point guards and players like that on the bench? Well,
you saw him today a little more pop in his step. He's feeling better and better as we move along. I think this break will even help him get further along. He's always done that. He's always drawn a ton of fouls. I remember our first year at Rice, at one point he was leading the country in free throw attempts as a freshman point guard. He can get in that crease and he's strong with the ball. So, but I also think some other guys are doing that as well too now, driving it. But when your point guard draws 5 fouls in a smaller, amount of time, that puts a lot of pressure on the other team. And when you don't have your best player, your best point guard in there, that's a huge advantage. So I'm really proud of him. His approach today was a huge part of the game. And when he has that ball hot and he's spraying it and he's getting his teammates shots and drawing fouls, I mean, you're hard to guard.
Coach, what did you make of Wichita State when you watched them on film and how they played today?
Well, you know, Coach Marshall's he's an awesome coach. I mean, record speaks for itself. I've known him for a long time. His teams play super hard. They play the right way. They're very disciplined, and to score against them is really hard. And you saw that early in the game. And we got more downhill later in the game. That helped us. But you know, they have some really good players, and they're young. So those really good players are only going to get better and better. And his team has improved so much. I watched every game, and from the beginning of the year until now, how much better they are. I mean, there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to want to play them as the year goes on.
The defense on McDuffie, in particular in the second half, what was the biggest thing kind of limiting them? Just the 2 free throws?
Yeah, no easy catches, nothing in rhythm. Get through. You know, he sets where he'll set some back screens and come off some screener action. Got to blow that up. No excuses. And if he catches it in rhythm, we're in trouble. If he catches it with space and we don't close the court down, shrink the court, he's going to make plays because he's so talented. He's a senior. Seniors step up. But I thought Vince guarded him well. I thought Sean did a super job. Sean's legs are feeling better, so he gave us great minutes today. I thought Corey guarded him a little bit bigger with size, and then Kel guarded him a couple possessions. So, that Army approach I thought was huge on the other team's best player.
Coach, I asked the three guys in there before you, what was one word they'd use to describe Vince? So I'll ask you the same question. One word to describe Vince Williams.
Savvy. He has a feel. Now, I'll tell you this. He played for an awesome high school coach in Toledo. Won many games, had many really good players. So there's a foundation there of knowing how to play the right way, which Vince does. But he's savvy. He's like that old guy at the rec league that his team always wins. He doesn't turn it over. He gets guys shots. He'll score when he feels he can handle the ball. He could get the other guy in a bad position where he picks him or he draws a foul. He just has a great feel. And he's done a great job the last couple of weeks of really working harder on his body. And he's getting in even better shape than he was when we started, and I think that's really helped him. He's given us great minutes, and I'm really proud of him. He has really stepped up. I don't know if you guys knew this, but he was out all summer and most of September. He didn't do any playing, any contact, any lifting because he got shoulder surgery, and it's a long process. So that's tough for a freshman. Usually they get buried. And as we moved along, he started getting better and better, and the guys love playing with him. Anybody loves playing with a guy like that who can really pass it too.
Coach, during this 4-game stretch, where have you seen the most improvement, and do you think that will carry you on to the last
Shooting?
Shooting?
No, just kidding. Maturity. I think maturity. We still have a lot of young guys, and we have guys playing. Marcus Santos Silva didn't have the role that he had last year, his role, but he's maturing. There were some games last year when some things didn't go his way, and he was done for the day. You talk about maturity and growing up, you haven't seen that at all this year, and it's only getting better and better. So I think that just learning to use that maturity to find ways to win games. We still got a long way to go. I still think we can get a lot better. I really do. I think we can get a lot better, but I just think the maturity part, and we played a tough schedule on purpose. You usually mature when I always say the game reveals character. Real hard games reveals your true character, and at times it's revealed our character in a good way, and at times, sometimes in a bad way, a negative way that we have to fix and work on, and we are. And I think you saw some of that result today.
With the shooting, I mentioned yesterday that you guys did some group workouts this week to kind of get more guys shots in smaller groups. So in what ways we maybe continue to kind of mix things up to kind of get guys more shooting work like that?
Well, for the next month, Wayne, we have all our guys, and we don't have class. So I tell them, I've been saying this for many years, you're a pro. All you do now for the next 30 days is basketball. How can you not be in the gym more? How can you not work on your body more? How can you not take care of your body? You don't have to get up for an 8 o'clock class. You don't have study hall. It's all basketball. How can you not love that? I mean, you're crazy. And one thing is spend time on your shots. Get in the gym, get to the free throw line, work on your handling more. The other day we were doing some stuff with the big guys in the post and just extra reps. So I call them vitamins. You have time to take your vitamins all the time, and if you just keep doing it over and over again, the game's going to reward you with the effort you put in. I really believe that.
How big of a deal, or how big of a stretch is this for the next month? I know you said it before, these next 30 days when there's no class and you focus on basketball, you should see a significant improvement across the board. So how big is this stretch the next month?
No, I think it's huge. I always say from Christmas into the end of January is the time when teams sputter and other teams start taking off. And, it's not perfect. And sometimes you have a tough night in January that reveals a little bit more that you got to work on, but sometimes it's a good thing. I think all that is important, but this next 30 days for us, I mean, we played a great schedule so far. There's some games I wish we'd have back. We don't. You got to learn from it. But the next group of games we have coming up, what a great opportunity as we continue to keep improving, and I think that's the fun of it.
Sean, 20 minutes today after the news kind of bothering last week,
it was Christmas. That was a gift. He hasn't practiced a lot because of his legs, but felt really good yesterday, and he said he felt great in shoot around today. And then, to be honest with you, I wasn't going to play him that much, but he was guarding McDuffie, and as we all know, when he's out there on offense, that ball gets moving even hotter because he can connect the dots, and he did a great job of that. And he said he was a little sore after the game, but his bone bruise that was bothering him, that wasn't. He felt really good about that. It was the other knee. So we're just going to keep working on him, and he's really good. I love coaching him. I love watching him play because he plays the right way.
Along with Vince, PJ and Keyshawn gave you some good minutes. Is this kind of the point in the season where things start to come together for a freshman?
Yeah, well, I think they're earning it in practice for sure. I think Keyshawn has been playing better and better and working really hard. All three of those guys with Coach Byers have been putting a lot of extra time in the last few weeks, and you're seeing it. That shot Keyshawn made on the baseline, that's a big shot by a freshman, not playing a lot of minutes. It just tells you what he's capable of. And Vince is Vince. He's getting better and better. And then, you know, I think with PJ, being a freshman point guard, playing fast and pressing, and the way we play is harder than maybe some other places. But it's also rewarding because you have opportunities to make plays. And he did that today. I mean, he was like the Energizer Bunny today. But, you know, he's got to learn, too. He had 3 straight possessions where, like, what are you doing, man? But we've all been there. I remember being there, and I'm proud of him. His attitude and approach has been really good, and he's gonna help us. He's gonna help us. Tendinitis. You know, like everybody nowadays has tendinitis. I don't even know what tendinitis is, but everybody has tendinitis. I'm not good with injuries, Wayne. You know, I think I said this before when my dad was an old high school football coach, and he used to say, "You're fine." And I say that to our guys all the time, and they look at me, and if the bones, my dad was pretty much, if the bone wasn't showing, you're fine, you're good. And so I'm not good at it, so I leave it up to our trainers and our physical therapists. They tell me if a kid can go or not. From there, that's the truth. So tendinitis, you know, a little sore below your kneecap and all that stuff, and that's one of those things. Some days it's really good, some days it flares up. And when his flares up, it really gives him some issue pushing and jumping.
Anything else, Coach?
All right, guys, have a great Christmas. Happy holidays.